Okay, guys, here's your second video clips. It's for the objectives 3 and 4 from 5.2. Okay.
Simplifying polynomials by combining like terms. First, remember that like terms contain the same variables raised to exactly the same powers. And remember, you can only combine like terms. So keep that in mind, and let's see if we can simplify this polynomial. Let's see if there are any like terms. Well, it has simply two terms, and by the way, a polynomial with two terms is called a binomial. So can I simplify this? The answer is yes, because these are like terms, and we use the distributive property to combine like terms. By the distributive property, this is actually equal to 14 plus 9 in parentheses, and then x squared. And what is 14 plus 9? 14 plus 9 is 23, so this is 23x squared. We have simplified this polynomial, and the result is 23x squared. Let's practice that again. We are simplifying polynomials by combining like terms. Let's suppose we have 15 x squared minus 3x squared minus y. Let's suppose we have this trinomial for the moment. Can we simplify this? Do we have any like terms that we can combine? Well, notice this term and this term, those are like terms because we have exactly the same variable raised to exactly the same power. So we can combine these two terms. 15x squared minus 3x squared. 15 minus 3 is 12, so we have 12x squared minus y. Can we go any further? The answer is no, because these are now unlike terms. This contains the variable x, this contains the variable y. So we can go no further. We have simplified. And then let's try that one more time. Let's suppose we have 1/10 y squared, and then let's subtract 1 and 2/10 y squared plus 6 and 7/10 minus 1 and 9/10. Here is my polynomial. I'd like to simplify by combining any like terms. Notice these two terms are like terms, so what is 1/10 minus 1 and 2/10? If you need to, go off to the side and work that out, but that is negative 1 and 1/10, and then don't forget we have y squared. Then here we have a constant or simply a number. Same thing here. So these two terms are like terms. What is 6 and 7/10 minus 1 and 9/10? It is 4 and 8/10. Can I go any further? Can I combine these two terms? The answer is no, because these are unlike terms. Let's now talk about adding and subtracting polynomials. Let's begin with adding polynomials. To add polynomials, we simply combine all like terms. Let's practice then by adding these two polynomials. By the way, this is a binomial and this is a trinomial, but let's add them. To add them, I'm simply going to rewrite, remove parentheses, and then look for any like terms. So I have negative 7x plus 5 plus, that's negative 3x squared plus 7x plus 5. Let's look for like terms. Well, I have negative 7x plus 7x. That's negative 7 plus 7, which is 0, and 0x is 0. So these terms add out, and then I have 5 plus 5. 5 plus 5 is 10, and then I can write that as minus 3x squared. So you can write it as 10 minus 3x squared. You can also write it as negative 3x squared plus 10. Exactly the same, just the order of the terms has been switched. By the way, can I, by looking here or here, can I combine these two terms? The answer is no, they are unlike terms. So I've simplified or I've added these two polynomials. Let's try that again using a vertical format. Let's suppose I have 3t squared plus 4. I'll add to that 5t squared minus 8. Here, notice I am adding two polynomials. I'm just using a vertical format. And notice like terms are lined up. So we can go right to left or left to right. It makes no difference. 3t squared plus 5t squared, that's 8t squared. And 4 minus 8, that's negative 4. Can I go any further? The answer is no, these are unlike terms. So I have added those two binomials. And by the way, the result is a binomial, and it's 8t squared minus 4. Now let's talk about subtracting polynomials. How do we subtract polynomials? To subtract two polynomials, change the signs of the terms of the polynomial being subtracted and then add. So let's practice subtracting polynomials. Notice I am subtracting polynomials, so I'll write down the first polynomial, 2x squared plus 5. I'll change this to addition, and now I'll change the signs of the terms of the polynomial being subtracted, and that's the terms of this polynomial. So here I'm adding, and then I write this as negative 3x squared plus 9. And now I'm adding polynomials. So I'll write this as 2x squared plus 5 plus negative 3x squared plus 9. Do I have any like terms I can combine? These two terms are like terms. What is 2 minus 3? That's negative 1. So I can write it as negative 1x squared or simply negative x squared. And then I have 5 plus 9, and 9 plus 5 is 14. There is my difference. I can go no further. These are unlike terms. Now let's use a vertical format and subtract polynomials. Here I have the top polynomial minus the second polynomial.
Okay, guys, so what I want you to do is finish up number 10 on your own and do number 11 on your own. And then I'll check them in class tomorrow.